While she's talking, I want to talk about what happened. Hold on, with Johnny. No, no, Lawrence Alexander Cambridge. Okay, so I told you July 4th. Lawrence Alexander Cambridge asked me to go with Veronica Davis to a yard sale. Somebody came to Lawrence Alexander Cambridge's house. When I got back there, I said to him, a lot happened at the yard sale, but I don't have time to tell you. My daughter wants her phone back, so I'm having to just abbreviate this. Connie's daughter left to go somewhere, and I really felt like she was going to flirt, hit on, see if, Lawrence Alexander Cambridge would be intimate with her, because I think Veronica Davis decided she didn't like me with Lawrence, so she needed to get somebody that she, was more her speed, that liked her and, wanted to hang out and da-da-da-da-da. So even though I felt that way, I didn't say anything to Connie's daughter. I didn't say, "Are you going over there to try to flirt with Lawrence?" I just sucked it up and did a little prayer. So I told Veronica, because we were staying too long at this little yard sale. Connie's daughter's husband, I don't remember these people's names, was walking across the field coming from their house that's down there on the river somewhere. And Veronica was saying to me, "That's Connie's daughter's husband." He had on red and black, and I just thought, wow, that's eschew, the negative side, and that's voodoo. So I walked to Veronica's truck, her black Denali SUV, and I sat down. So I never met the husband, because I didn't want her lying, saying, "Oh, yes, she was flirting with her husband." None of that shit. I sat down in the truck. Now, I told Veronica, I'm going to go ahead and walk back, because God told me not to leave Lawrence's house. And I disobeyed God to listen to Lawrence, which is crazy again. You see how many times I disobeyed God? That's why all this shit that's happening to me is more my fault than anybody's. Well, I ain't gonna say that, because these people are doing fraud. It's not right. But if I had listened to God, I wouldn't be in this predicament. That's what I'm trying to say. So when we got back to the house, she's like, "Oh, no, no." Then she tried to send me to the fish place with Ebony's food stamp card and her food stamp card to buy mullet, to buy more time, I guess. I stood in line. I was like number 12, only to get up there and they told me they ain't have no mullet. So I said, "I'm walking back." So she said, "Oh, no, let's go. Come on." When I get back to Lawrence's house, he's looking funny in the eyes. I said, "What's wrong? Did somebody come here?" He shook his head, yes. I said, "Did you eat something? Did you drink something?" He shook his head, yes. I said, "Who came? Who was it?" He never did tell me who came. So now, later he got sick. He said he didn't feel well. I don't know if Lawrence was performing and pretending like he didn't feel well, or if he really didn't feel well. Now I'm looking back, wondering. So the lady next door is like, "Oh, you need to go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor." But before she called, I called the lady up the street that lives close to Bishop Howell's church and goes to Bishop Howell's church. Just be quiet for a minute, Angola. And she made him like a big container of soup, like mixed soup. And I said, "Hey, I forget what I said to the lady. She probably remembers what I said to her." She said, put Lawrence on the phone." I said he wasn't feeling well or something. She said, "Put Lawrence on the phone." So she got on the phone and they talked, and I don't know what they said. He told me to tell people that he wasn't there. And I had a problem lying to his cousin or something like that. Lisa's brother. Lisa called and she's like, "Oh, if something happened to my motherfucking uncle, I'm going to come and do this and I'm going to come and do that." I said, "Ma'am, I am not here to hurt your uncle. I've been here helping him. So I'm not really scared of you. I'm not really concerned about you. I just want you to know that I haven't done anything against him." So now that I think about it, Lawrence wanted me to lie and say he wasn't there, which was going to bring them to come there and try to fight or even kill me. So I told Lisa's brother, he's here, come on in and look and see that he's here. So I disobeyed Lawrence because I'm not really with lying. I don't know why. He's like, I don't really want to talk to them. I don't feel like being, having company and stuff. Well, then you tell people I don't feel like having company. I'm fine. So he came in, he saw him, and he saw that he was okay. So now I take him to the doctor on Monday. The doctor tells him to go to the hospital. I dropped him off to the hospital. And when we came from the hospital, he had a check from Mr. Alessia. And he said, well, let's go put it in the bank. I said, okay. We tried to go and put it through the digital ATM. All of them were locked. And I don't remember seeing a drop box because like at USF, there's a really large drop box. I can drop my check in there and it'll go in my account. So we just kept the check and came on back. I went to the hospital to take him his Bible because he has Bible study with his pastor on Saturday. And Rita pulled up on me and she's like, what are you doing driving my daddy's car? I said, well, I came here to bring your dad his Bible. And she started talking to me harsh and you need to get out of the house and da-da-da-da. I said, well, your dad invited me there. He said that it was his house and he was okay with me staying there. And I went back. I was supposed to be praying for him for 3 days. I only made it 2 days. I broke down, got really hungry, and went to Hurricane Supermarket, which used to be on the corner of Sly Avenue and Central Avenue. And Chris Freeman, the code enforcement for our neighborhood, he came in there. There was a lot of code enforcement people. They probably go there to get it, the good coffee and the great deal on cooked food. He said, whatever happened to the guy who had the COVID that you were helping? I said, I'm supposed to be praying for him for 3 days. I haven't checked on him. I need to check on him when I get back to the house. So when I got back to the house, I called. And Rita Cambridge, his only child, well, I'm sorry, I don't want to say his only child. He has a stepson named Roderick Cambridge that he adopted from his wife. Rita Cambridge, his daughter, said, my dad died on July 13th. I said, what? And couldn't believe it. So, I'm telling you, Lawrence, when you kept trying to get me to go buy my children's clothes and shoes and all of that, were you doing fraud against me? See, if you would have told me I want to invest in you and I want to, pick your life up, I would have said, well, I owe USF $750. I want to pay that off. And then I want to pay for 2 classes and go back part-time. That's how I would have spent the money. And I kept telling you, no, I don't want to spend that kind of money like that. I don't want to spend that kind of money like that. So I hope and pray you didn't do that to me. Lawrence Alexander Cambridge, no. Oh yeah, I restarted the part 2. Let's say it's $10 that's stolen. So. And then they refund back the $10. This woman added $5 more. Do you know where your car is? Did you come and get your car from 3304 East Hillsborough Avenue? Did Veronica Davis send somebody to come get your car? You gave it to me. It's my car, but I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on. Did Rita come get the car? Send somebody to come get the car? Did Roderick send somebody to come get the car? You were talking on the phone when I was at your house. Remember when Margaret wanted to get some money from you? And you were asking me what you thought, what I thought. And I said, well, I meant the first is in tomorrow. You don't think she can wait until tomorrow to get the money? I regret not telling you to tell her, yeah, girl, come on and get this money. But
He
I
said that
didn't
he
really
was working with a
trust
lover to send
her
somebody
to
that
be
has
in there
kids to
because you were
prison
saying
because
she
they don't
might
want to be with you.
smoke and she
I'm
just
telling you,
wants some
somebody was
money
in
to
their feelings
smoke
because this woman
rocks.
started
I
looking
didn't want
good.
her coming
They
back in the
started taking
house and
care
being
of
caught up in
themselves
there with her.
even more than
You could have
before,
stepped
working
outside and
out.
gave her the money, but
You know what I'm
and
saying?
she was
Going on the
saying to you, you should have
internet.
told
This
me
person
you
was
had
conflicted.
somebody
They trying to
else. Do
stop this
you
person,
know
but they
I will
couldn't stop
kill
this
you?
person. This
And
person like, damn, if they on the
when you
internet
got
like
off the
this, they gonna
phone with
find
her, I
somebody. They gonna
said, do
go in
you
another
think she
direction.
will
They gonna
really
be with
kill
somebody else.
you?
They gonna cut me the fuck off. They don't
He's
already want to
like,
be with me.
I don't
They
know.
already don't want to be with
And
me.
you
Look, you can
said,
feel
I
it.
would have gave
So
it
that's
to
why
her
I'm
if it
fucking with
wasn't
her.
for
Ruin your
you. I don't know
life.
why I
9
told
o'clock.
her
Somebody
no.
was feeling
And I said,
good
well,
about
you
taking this
should have just
action.
gave
Somebody
it
was
to her. You
fine as
don't
hell.
change because of
I'm
me.
telling you, fine.
And that's as
I'm
much as I
telling you.
can
And then this woman
remember.
and this man. And there's other
So
crimes that this woman and this man is committing
that
to present date.
was May.
Other crimes that this woman and this
Was that
man
about May?
is committing to present date. Partnering up
So,
together.
Lawrence, were you
Partnering up
married to
together. They
somebody
probably both got
else?
to show up at court. That's the
Were
crazy part.
you
They
and
got to show up at
Margaret
court, file a
scamming me?
warrant,
Or
and
you
just
and the
laws. They got to
Banner
show up at
Rooster
court.
lady,
Look,
the
it
lady
backfired. This woman was in
in the
competition with this
cream
other
colored
woman, jealous of this
Mercedes that
other
you said
woman.
that you
She now
paid
manipulated this man to set
her
this woman
car
up.
loan
And this
so that
man came
she
to her
wouldn't
as someone
lose
like a
her
friend, like
car?
someone that you can trust. Like, you know, we all got that one
I'm
person that we
confused,
confide
so
in.
I'm just
This
trying to get
motherfucker
it
they
all out
confided
of
in
my
this woman that
head
he was
and
stealing.
all
He
out of
told
my
this woman that
heart.
he
So that
back in the days when
concludes
he first met this
the
woman, that the
issue
fraud he was doing,
with
he done built the business back home. And it's some weird
Lawrence
shit going
Alexander
on. He done
Cambridge.
lied and
If
said,
you
okay,
really
he
are
sent money for some
deceased,
sort
I
of
hope and
materials,
pray
some
that
sort of trying to fix something.
I was
And then
not
they sent the
a
portion
reason
of
or
the
a
money
part of you
back because
dying, and I hope
he
that you're
sent in
resting
too
in
much
peace.
money. 2929. He sent in too much money, so they done sent him part of the money back, and he don't want
But
this
you
money to be
told me
lost. You
about
see, the thing about it is when he
some
told this woman
China
about this
thing you
money,
were
right?
doing, so
This is like unexpected money, is
I
what he
don't
made it seem
think
like.
that you're
Like,
dead.
yo, I'm
That's
broke right
why I
now. They said
stopped
that
going to
I
visit
sent
your
too
grave,
much.
because I don't
You know
think
what I'm
you
saying?
dead for real.
I'm broke right now. They said I sent too much money.
All
They
right,
willing to send it
well,
back. Well, who do
that's
you know sent
part
back
three,
your hard
Lawrence
working money?
Alexander
Look, they willing to do
Cambridge,
a refund. This
and
person is in
the
regret. They
check
willing to do a
from
refund. They willing to send the
Alessia's
money back
Bakery.
that I had did for my whole